Welcome to the Contegro Core Module training video. This tutorial will help you to understand how each Contegro module works and decide which module to use when managing your site content. Contegro modules are used to generate content on your web pages. By default, all page templates contain one or more modules, such as navigation and content. To add a new module at page level, click the Add Module button and select a module from the drop-down. Use drag and drop to move modules within or between containers. If your page contains a lot of modules, try Compact Edit when repositioning or moving modules on your page. To remove a module, click the Module Delete button. To edit or view module settings, click on the Wrench or Settings button. Updating module settings in the editor is ideal if you want to add page-specific content. You can also update multiple pages simultaneously by managing modules at template level. Publish settings control module permissions, publishing and status at page level. To update these settings, click on the Settings button and select the Publishing tab. Use the Status drop-down to set the publishing status of a module. Use Inactive or On Hold to hide the module content from the live site. This setting is recommended if the module is linked to the template, as deleting modules in the editor will remove its association to the template manager. Use the Start and End Publishing fields to control the module display by date range. The module will still exist on the page after the end date has passed, but the content will not be visible on the live site. To set permissions, move member groups to the selected field. The content generated by this module will not be visible until your site members log in on the live site. You can use this setting to display member-only content on a public web page. Global module settings define default and global settings. The breadcrumb and unique navigation settings are applied globally and cannot be updated in the editor or template manager. Default module settings are applied to modules at page and template level and can be overwritten in module instance settings. Banner modules display images on your web page. The banner module is used to display a single image anywhere on your site. To select an image, click on the Banner Module Settings button. Browse through the image folders in the Image Manager and select the image you wish to use. To add a title tag to your image, enter it here. If you would like to add a hyperlink to this image, use the Internal Link URL field to select an internal web page, or the Link URL field to link to an external website or document. The banner render module is similar to the banner module, except it has an added feature that displays multiple images within a single folder. To select a folder of images, click on the Module Settings button and browse through Contegro's Image Manager. To allow images to cycle on the page, enable this tick box and set the delay in seconds. If you would like to add a fade in, fade out effect, make sure you enable the smooth transition tick box. Click OK to apply your settings. If you have finished editing, click Publish to update this web page or Save to avoid losing any changes. Breadcrumb modules use the URL string to display breadcrumb navigation. This module helps site users to keep track of where they are in your website. To add or remove a character or symbol before and after each item in the breadcrumb navigation, open the Global Module settings and update the prefix and suffix fields. Category list modules display a dynamic list of links to active pages on your website. You can list the latest news, case studies, and special offers, or quick links to pages of interest that may not be easy to find in your site navigation. Here are two category list module examples. As you can see, this module is not only functional, it is also very flexible from a design point of view. This category list showcases the site's latest travel deals, and this one lists a handful of links to places of interest. I'm going to create a list of links to special offers on the right-hand side of my web page. To manage category list settings, click the Module Settings button and complete the settings based on your requirements. Use this tick box if you are planning to add subcategories to the selected parent. By activating this feature, the list will be set to show links to any pages associated to lower-level categories in the future. Now that my category is set to trawl the site and find pages in the selected category, I need to set the ordering of the links in my list. Use the Group and Sort drop-downs to control the list order display to suit your preference. There are several options for ordering list items, but in this instance I want the links in my list to be ordered by the listing date, so the latest special offer appears first. The default date ordering is ascending from January to December, so I need to tick the reverse date order field to make sure that the ordering is December to January, and my newest special offer will be at the top of the list. If you have special offers that relate to your site members only, you can tick this box to ensure that the page links appear in this list. This will not give public site users access to the page, but it will provide a teaser or a snippet of information that may encourage site users to register as a member on your site. Use these fields to limit the number of links in your list. Each field is independent, so you don't have to complete all of them. When you add a category list to your web page, think about the amount of space you have to work with on the live page. If I enter 4 in this field, my list will only show 4 items total at any one time. If I add a new page to the Special Offers category, the oldest item in the list will drop off and the latest page will appear at the top. The alternative is to use the Items per Page field to only show 4 items and add pagination to my list so site users can click through and view more special offers in the list. Use the RSS link tick box to create an RSS feed so site users can subscribe to this list. Customize the items to display. Set the thumbnail image size, summary length, and link text as required. If you need to adjust any settings, go back to the module settings and update the fields as required. My list is a bit too long for this area, so I'm going to reduce my number of items and see how that looks. The Category List module has global settings that you can use to manage the default thumbnail size, items to display, show member pages and summary length fields in the module settings. Custom code modules allow you to inject HTML including script and CSS. Popular uses for this module include embedding third-party controls from popular sites such as YouTube, Facebook and Twitter. I recently uploaded a video to YouTube which I would like to use on my web page. The first step is sourcing the embed code I need to add to the module. Next, paste the code into the custom code field and add a descriptive title. Then click OK. If you need to make changes, go back to the module settings and update the code as required. If you reuse the same code throughout your site, create a snippet in the snippet library and use the drop-down to select the snippet you wish to use. If you edit the code in the snippet library, the custom code module is updated in the editor or template manager. Adding basic contact forms to your website provides site users with a way of contacting your team via an online form. The main section in your site that this module is used is in the Contact page. To add a form, open the module settings and select an existing form in the drop-down or add a title for your new form. Use the section name field to add a title above the selected fields, tick the display box to add fields to your form, and set fields as required if your site users must provide information. Your form can include up to 7 custom fields for gathering additional information specific to your business. The custom selected groups are linked to the List Manager. Toggle these tick boxes to change the list field display. The custom selector can be displayed as a radio button, drop-down, checkbox or multi-select field. The final step in completing your inquiry form setup is message management. Use the confirmation message to let site users know that the form has been submitted successfully. If a redirection page is set, a link to this page will appear below the confirmation message. Alternatively, leave this field blank and set an auto redirect to a hidden confirmation page that displays a success message. Most importantly, set one or more email addresses in the registration recipient field. The form details will be sent to each recipient in this field, so make sure the email address is valid. Use the last 4 fields to manage the confirmation email sent to site users when the form is submitted. When the online form is submitted, the inquiry details are forwarded on to the relevant contact in your organisation, and an automated email response can also be sent to the person who submitted the inquiry. Site users can start using this form as soon as it is published on the live site. The login modules provide your site members with access to secure areas of your website. If your site members have not yet logged in, the Login Button module displays a login button which redirects site users to the page where the login form resides. When a site member successfully logs in, the module then displays a logout option. This is an automated process that does not require any additional settings. To manage the login form, open the module settings and update each field as required. A great feature of this module is the ability to set the display once the member has logged in. Keep the form visible on the page, display a logout button and the username of the person logged in, or hide the form completely. If you do not add a target page setting, the login form will use the login redirect set in the member group settings. If members belong to one or more groups, the login form uses their primary group to determine the page they're redirected to upon login. For this example, I will set the target page to the same page where the login form resides so you can see how the form changes once I've logged in. Adding member registration forms to your site is a great way of encouraging site users to self-register and gain access to promotions, special offers, and other types of benefits that public users do not have immediate access to. Saved forms can be reused throughout the site and customized to suit your requirements. When creating a new form, make sure to deselect the selected form and enter a new form title. To preset the member groups that all new accounts are associated to, click Browse and move one or more member groups to the selected field. Set the status of all new accounts and toggle the tick boxes to add fields to the registration form. The final step in completing your member registration form setup is message management. Use the confirmation message field to let site users know that the form has been submitted successfully. If a redirection page is set, a link to this page will appear below the confirmation message. Alternatively, leave this field blank and set an auto redirect to a hidden confirmation page. Most importantly, set one or more email addresses in the registration recipient field. The form details will be forwarded to each recipient in this field, so make sure the email address is valid. Use the last 4 fields to manage the confirmation email sent to site users when the form is submitted. If the accounts are set to pending by default, the approval email template in the global settings will be sent to each site user on activation of their account. Site users can start using this form as soon as it is published on the live site. To add more fields to the form, use the Member Registration Form Builder in the global module settings. The navigation module displays slide or static menu navigation on your website. A website menu helps your site users find the information they need or highlight areas of your site that may be of interest. The navigation module uses the page and menu item label as the link text in the menu. To set up navigation on your site, click on the Module Settings button. The main settings are the menu type and direction. Set these first and then complete the remaining fields as required. For this example, I'm going to add another selected parent menu in the footer of my web page. To do this, choose the Selected Parent option in the Menu Type field and Vertical in the Direction drop-down. To add a title above the menu, add a custom title or enter the parent variable. Untick this field if you prefer a static menu. These fields will update according to your menu type selection. Update all other fields as required and click OK to apply your settings. Page list modules display a custom list of links to specific web pages on your site. Use the page list module settings to manage the display options. If the thumbnail fields use default settings, open the global module settings to view or adjust the width and height. Customize the link text, custom title, items to display and summary length as required. If the page summary is visible in this list, the summary length setting will be used to limit the number of characters displayed. Finally, manage the pages that will be linked to from this list. Adding full-text search functionality to your site helps site users to find exactly what they're looking for. The search module can be set to display a simple or advanced full-text search function on your site. After a search is performed, site users are redirected to the page where the search results module resides.